Okay, everybody, what's going on? So, what I'm doing here for what I'm going to make today is pineapple rum. I've started the caramelization of the sugar already, and I'm trying to bring these down to have, a little bit less liquid, maybe caramelize them a little bit. And it's rendering liquids out constantly, so it's taking a while. But I'm going to get those caramelized. This will get caramelized. This whole bag of sugar, I'm going to caramelize all of that. I've got pineapples. There's 6 cans of pineapple that are in there. There's 2 cans of syrup in that with sugar up to about there. When that gets caramelized, you put that into here with some water, and when that's cooled, it'll be added to some yeast to that. And then it'll go outside for a little while and take a rest. Let's see, what else did I have to tell you guys about? Let's see. I guess what you would want to do also is you want to strain the syrup and stuff out of that comes out of the pineapple as it starts coming out. You want to strain that out periodically so that you don't have to keep boiling the water or syrup away. You just use that for when you caramelize. Anyhow, I'll show you guys the rest of this as it progresses. What I'm doing is making pineapple rum. I'm going to caramelize all of the sugar. I'm going to caramelize all of the pineapple. That way it's more of a caramel-based rum, which will give it a cleaner taste, because it'll be, put it this way, when you make caramel, you're burning sugar. So the reason it's turning brown is because there's little bits and pieces of charcoal in your sugar now. So seeing as how it's going to have all that charcoal in with it while it's fermenting and doing all of what it's going to do, that's going to give it a crisper, cleaner, less hangovery, less headachy alcohol. So I'll show you guys what this looks like after the step gets worked down a little bit more, and I can show you something that's a little more brown or more caramelized or whatever you want to call it. And this is going to make me about 30 so gallons. I think that's somewhere around 30. I don't know. Maybe it's 10. Crap, I really don't know. Let's see. This is 5. It fits inside. Maybe it's only 10 gallons. I really don't know. I've never checked. I guess I kind of could one day by filling that up and then pouring it in there, but nope. Kind of lazy. Anyhow, I don't know why it doesn't say on here. You'd think the bottom would have a stamp on something like this that says how many gallons it is, or maybe the side. But it doesn't. This thing actually seals with one of those gamma lids also, like what I use for my shop vacs or my gas vacs for gold mining. So, alright, well, this stuff's got to be drained again, so I'm going to drain some of this liquid off and maybe crush some of that down and get some of the juice out of there, because it's going to be hard to caramelize with all that water. So, I'll be back, guys and girls. Okay, well, we're back again. I wanted to show you the dark color we got out of the caramelized sugar right now. If you guys can see that. That's kind of dark, right? Anyhow, I'm going to give it a stir. See what's going on down there. That is definitely a hard crack right there. And that is it's really caramelized right there, but I want to go darker than that because I like a heavy caramel flavor. There's the color of it right there on the spoon. So And then there's the pineapple. I don't know what it looks like underneath, but we'll see. Yep, looks like some of it's starting to caramelize there. Or you could say burn. Caramelized is burned. And I'm going to leave that there to caramelize some more. There's the color of that again, getting nice and dark. Okay, so I got it to the color that I want. It's kind of smoky in my house. I don't suggest you do this in a house, actually. Dark like molasses. So what I want to do now is I'm going to want to take some water, and I'm going to want to pour that in. So I'm going to get my water. Oh, look at that. I'll just use the purified water. And ooh, watch out, do not get near it. And yes, the temperature is off on it. Ooh. This is one of the most dangerous parts of doing this. That's why I'm standing, pretty far back here. I'm about 3 feet away. My arm is almost whole arm's length. Now, ooh, look at all that smoke. Anyhow, this is still caramelizing away. I'm gonna need more water, and I need to turn this back on. Get some more water in there. Now the reason I'm using purified water is because my local water has a lot of chlorine and other disgustingness in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back up to hot enough to melt this stuff, all the caramelized sugars off the sidewall here. And once this is all cleaned off, doing that again, I will add it to my container here. This container. And after I've added it to the container, it'll cool. I'll have that in there after it's been caramelized. I think I need to give that a good mix, actually. Looks almost ready. So I'll be back here in a little while after I've got something better to show you. Okay, so now that this is nice and hot, I can use the hot liquid to get the rest of this off the sides. And then once I've got all that off of there, I'm going to transfer into my bucket. And yes, what I did was burn the hell out of the sugar, didn't I? Ooh, I almost got myself there. I just made a mess. I cleaned my floor and everything today. Damn. Well, this is almost all rinsed through, or rinsed off. Okay, well, now that I've done that, we're going in there. Burnt sugar. Yum. Remember when you do the sugar and you add that water in last time, be very careful. You don't want to burn yourself with extremely hot sugar. That stuff flies up, gets you in the face. It's pretty much like hot lava. So, I don't think anybody really wants to get hot lava in their face, so just make sure you're careful. Cold water doesn't help very much. But there we go. I've drawn it there. Now I'm going to do that step for all the rest of that sugar. So once all that sugar is done with me doing all that to it, that thing will be pretty much full with black liquid. Yeah, this is pretty burnt to the bottom now, so I'm going to add a little water to this, show you guys what that looks like when it up. I'm going to add the water in, just like I did with the sugar. That's going to deglaze the pan. Which gets all the glaze on the caramel and sugars from the pineapple off. As I want to get cleaned out of that for right now. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to put that into the container also. I'll put that into here. That's in there. Pan looks like crap. Just to show you the pan. It looks horrible, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the last of these chunks out. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to caramelize the rest of the pan off one more time. Get it nice and hot so that there's none of that liquids left or anything. Once that's achieved, I'll be able to pour that water in, deglaze the pan a lot better than what it is there. So what I'm going to do is pour cold water into the pan, which will take all of that gunk off the bottom of that, as long as I'm stirring constantly while I'm doing that. So there we go. Not looking straight down or anything, but it's close enough, right? Alright, so I'm going to switch hands with the water. Usually works pretty well. on it right now. So I'll just add water and then boil it away, do it that way. Which is the same way I clean the other pan. So that water's going to sit in there, it's going to boil away. That's going to get all the good sugary goodness out of that. All that's sitting there. I'm going to get the rest of this caramelized in the pan there. The way I get the sugar caramelized, though, is I'll show you that right here. There it is. Okay, so what I got here is the juice from the cans of pineapple that I started with. I'll put some of that in here. About 2 cans worth of juice, somewhere right around there. And I have a 25-pound bag of sugar. Filling up to about right here with the sugar. Whew, that's a little too much there. That's okay. Alright, so now that's in there with the liquid. I'm going to turn this on. Once that is on, this is going to take close to an hour for it to get black like that was. So this is going to sit here for about an hour. It's going to melt down, and then it's going to boil. It's going to do a hard boil like you're making hard candies. But you're going to go past hard boil. Way past hard boil. You're going to go to burnt. When smoke starts spewing off of this, you know you're done. And be careful. Be very careful. You saw how the sugar explodes with the water when you add the water in. So always do that from a distance enough for you to be safe. Be very careful when doing it. I've been burnt really bad from it. It hurts. It's like freaking lava, literally. So get all that mixed in and melted up and boiling away, and get it all burnt down. Get your pineapple cooked out until it burns up a little bit, and then deglaze your pan. Put it all in one. I'll be back to show you what it looks like when we got the thing full with a little bit of yeast in there. So I'll talk to you guys soon here in a little while. Okay, so I got it all in there, and it's fermenting. I already put the yeast in. Put about a 1/4 cup or so of just Fleischmann's bread yeast, I guess you could call it. And in another week or so it'll be done fermenting.